trailer up with all the stuff, leaving into the fence and taking this leaving to it.
Yeah, so they don't know where to meet.
Meet at a Kurumai toilet block. They can all have morning tea things there, then walk through way and hit the fence and then start working. Yeah.
Radio jobs.
Yeah. Jobs. Monday jobs. Right, I'm just going to quickly call Alison. My name is Bruce Harrison. I'm the Community Ranger at Shakespear Regional Park. I started in 1996, so have been here for a fair while. I followed my girlfriend to being a ranger. She said Parks and Recreation at Lincoln University. I thought that'd be cool. She said there's a student job at the regional parks in Auckland. I thought that'd be cool. After I did a student job at Long Bay, I could not believe you got paid to do this. I was like, this is a job and you get paid for it? This is me. But I just love it. I can't think of a better job. There's nothing else I'd want to do. I think you just sort of fall in love with the park, and it was always a fun, happy, good atmosphere. We always enjoyed our job, so it was never really work. It was always pleasure as well as work. And I love my job now, and I can't see anywhere being as much fun as this. And Shakespeare Park sort of has a bit of everything, because it's got the campground, it's got livestock, it's got day use, it's got the farm, and now it's got the sanctuary as well, so it's even on top. So you get a little bit of everything. So everything you do, you're doing a big group of different things. So that's probably the best thing about it. Lots of different things to keep you happy and occupied. So Monday's the start of the week. Someone's just been on duty for 7 days. On Monday we have a swap over. So someone will be almost dead from doing 7 days in a row, and they'll be happy to hand the page over to someone. So you go for a list of all the things that happened last week, what's going to happen this week, and get ready for Tuesday. And Tuesday's the hectic day of Tuesday volunteering. So you're trying to catch up on emails and everything like that have come from while you've been off from the weekend. So one of the main jobs we have to do on Monday is check all the waters right for the park. And it's a brilliant bore, gives nice water, and we're just checking that there's no leaks by reading the meters, and then we compare the meters to last week's readings to check everything's fine. Just checking the toilet blocks are all right, changing the combination numbers for the campers so that the park users that were in there last week can't just keep staying in there, and you just check who's in the campground. Also on Monday, checking the pest gates are working, and just an overall check on the whole park. Just go around and check that everything's okay and survive the weekend. So Shakespear Regional Park started as a farm park, a coastal farm park for people to enjoy, and then it became a sanctuary. The fence takes out 500 hectares. It doesn't take all of the park. The end of the peninsula is a big circle with a small bit of land going to it. And of that end of the peninsula, there's us. We own 2/3 of the land. There's a third of the land is in Navy land, and then there's a little piece in between us, which is water care land. When we put the fence in, it was no way that we could just work it as the park with a third of the land excluded. And so we have to have a really close relationship with the Navy, with water care, and the YMCA. The animals don't know any difference between us, the Navy, or water care. So the whole lot is treated as one sanctuary. So there's 500 hectares behind the fence. Of that 500, we're 370 hectares. So we have a really, really close working relationship with the Navy. We would see them at least probably 3 times a week. We're up on their land. Like I say, the animals don't know any difference. So the Kiwis especially, there's a lot of Kiwis on their land because they're regenerating scrub and they like that land, and also the saddlebacks are on their land. The good thing about the Navy land is they have the same philosophies behind us. So when they go to bush, they don't want to leave a whole lot of tracks behind so that people can follow them. And they're trying to get rid of all their weeds. Yeah, they're really good neighbours to have. So we have a really close relationship with the YMCA as well. So the best thing about the YMCA is they're a leaseholder on the land, and they just bring people in. So the camp holds 83 people. They bring school groups in. The school groups do mountain biking, rock climbing, sailing. So they're always bringing people in, so the park's always busy. we can struggle with trapping, and so what we do is we actually contract to the YMCA because they have instructors. The instructors don't get enough work from the YMCA, so we've gone into a partnership with them where we can provide them a couple of days work a week doing trap lines, so they can do trap lines and the instructing, so they get a full-time career. So it's worked out really well, this combination. Most of our contract trappers are instructors, YMCA instructors, and YMCA instructors are really fit in the use of the outdoors. So they fit in really well for us doing the trapping program. So everything on the park's also set up for volunteers. That's why everything's combination numbers. So volunteers have access to this. So because it's a sanctuary, there's too much work for the staff to do. So 80% of it's done by volunteers, if not more. So if you come in here, this is Shakespear Regional Park, and this is all the trap lines that are on the park. As you can see from the little dots where all the trap lines are, and there's no physical way for us to get round and do them all. So it's all done by volunteers. So there's way more volunteers than there is staff, and the park couldn't run without volunteers. It just wouldn't be here, or it wouldn't be what it is. I always think that we're sort of just here to try and organise the volunteers. I like to think of it as organised chaos. Tuesday is our main day, and we call that just the rock up, and you do jobs that we're doing, or you work with other groups. It's an ongoing thing, and it's only getting better and bigger, and it will only get bigger and better. As the park gets bigger and better, and as there's more trees, more birds, there's more everything, and people just want to use the space more. So on the park we have the YMCA, and there's 83 kids that can stay in the lodge. To get rid of all their food wastes, we use the pigs as the most sort of organic friendly way to get rid of it. And they're a real hit with all the kids. All the volunteers are coming down and seeing them, watching them grow. There isn't a day that's the same. Every single day is different. So you're always slightly behind because you always go to work thinking, today I'm going to do this, and it never happens. You might get one of your lists done, but you're never going to get your whole list done because there's always something that comes up. So there wouldn't be a typical day as a ranger, but you're always on the park, which is the best thing.